Hi there, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike, and I'm excited to share another Divi tutorial with you. My goal here is to make learning Divi as straightforward as possible. Today we're going to have a look at this thing called interactions. It's a feature that was recently released by Divi. Until now, I must admit I have not really been playing with it, but today I decided to give it a shot. And I find that there's not much resources online regarding this. And so hopefully you all can learn something from this. Otherwise, you can maybe even teach me something. But I just wanted to highlight how interactions work and give you like 2 examples on how you can use it in your site. Okay, so if you're not aware of it, Divi has released this new thing called interactions. If you go into any element, you go into advanced, you come here into interactions, you can add an interaction there. Okay, so that's what we're going to have a look at today. Let's just see 2 examples on how you can use this. So one is, if I hover over here, you can see it says click here if you are looking for daily rates. So if I click on this, it will scroll down to the day offices. Okay, the daily rates. But the other thing is we have the monthly and the yearly over here. And so currently you can see here it says $99 a month for the private office. But if I click on yearly, it changes over to $9.90 and it shows yearly over here. And likewise with the 2 below that. So if I click on monthly, you'll see they all change back to the monthly. So it's quite nifty and quite neat. And this is all done through using the features of the interactions. This is no custom code or anything like that, like what we had to do in the past, but this is just using what Divi is offering. So if you'd like to know how this gets done, just hit that like button below and we can jump right into this tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to close this one here because that's where I was working, and I'm just going to create a new page. Okay, this new page, I'm just going to call it something cheesy like pricing demo, and I'm going to hit use the Divi builder. Once that opens up, I'm just going to use a pre-made layout, and I'm just trying to remember which pre-made layout I used. I think it's a co-working space. This one. Yep, there it is. I'm using this pricing over here, and I'm just going to say use this layout. Do I want to import presets? Of course I do, because I'm super lazy with regards to this. While that loads, it's a good time to get some tea or coffee or whatever other beverage you enjoy. Okay, and once it's up and loaded, it's got all the items in there. You can see as we scroll down, it's just like the page that we started out with. We can look to get started. So there are some things that we need to do first, and that's obviously we're going to need to put in the items here for the monthly and the yearly. And then we're also going to have to duplicate these. Okay, we duplicate them because that's how we're going to target them. We actually have 4 elements of each one, and then we just alternate the visibility and the of each of the elements. Okay, so let's see. Let's just get started here. Let's throw in a new row. Put text. Okay, so I'm just going to say monthly, and then this one I want to, yep, okay, so I'll make that monthly, and then I'm just going to add another one, and this one I will call yearly. All right, so they are beautifully layout over here, but you know we can fix that. If you've seen my previous video, you know the very easy way we can fix this. We go into the row settings, we go into the column, we go design, we go layout, we make sure we selected Flexbox here, and then we can just say layout direction. We want them to lie next to each other, and we want the justify content in the center. Okay, and there it is, nicely laid out for us. We no need to go and fight with columns and everything anymore. If you're in Divi 4, even worse. Okay, so that's up and running. Cool. Now what we want to do is we want to actually go into this. I'm not going to style it too much because we've got a lot more to type out with regards to all the other things. Okay, so let's just go design, text, and you can say let's make this like a blue so it stands out a little bit. Oh, wait, is there? No, there wasn't. Okay, so we'll just make it blue. All right, so that's blue. And we also want to make the size a little bit bigger. So let's make this maybe 28. Okay, that works. All right, and then we want to do the same with this one. We also want to make it blue and 28. Okay, so those two are done. The other one is very easy to do, so I'm just going to add in another column here, or another row. Also going to have the text, and then I'm just going to say click here for daily rates. Okay, and design text. Let's just put this in the center as well. And yeah, I think that's okay. Let's just leave it like that because we're not really looking at the design option of today. We're really looking at the functionality. Okay, so the very easiest one, let's click this one. And what we need to do is we just need to scroll down to our day offices. Actually, let's do a day passes. Go to day passes, we go into the section. And in the section, we come here to the admin label. And you can see it's got pricing. Does that have a different section to here? Nope, this one's also pricing. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to change this one. It's not going to be pricing, but it's going to be daily rates. Okay. And then we can come back up here. We select this module, this text module. Let's click here for daily rates. We just go advanced. We go interactions. We say add interaction with click. And we say scroll to element. Now that's what the action that we want to do, but where do we want to scroll to? We just text this one here and we can look for that. There we go, section daily rates, and we click on that and we say save. All right, that's how easy it is. No need to worry about setting up anchors and all these kind of things. Make sure your CSS ID is set correctly and blah, blah, blah. It's literally just click, name the actual section, give it an admin label so that you know which one it is. That's the only reason. And then you can come here and you just set it. So simple. All right, so that's one done. Let's move into the one that you're probably all actually looking to learn today. All right, so we're looking at this monthly and this yearly. All right, for that to work, what we need to do is we need to work with these over here. So what we can do is we need to name, first duplicate this, and then we're going to duplicate this. Then we need to name this. So if I come here and I give this admin label, I'm going to say here private price. And I'm just going to put M for monthly price. Okay, and then I'm going to say this one, and I'm going to say the same, private Y price. If I can spell. There we go. Okay, then this one is going to be private monthly terms. This one, we want to make it yearly. And we want to give it admin label yearly terms. Okay, this one we obviously want to change the price. We don't want it to be the same price. Okay, so that is done over there. All right, so I think what we'll do, we'll see how the time goes, but let's just test this one out and see, because it takes quite a lot of time to fill everything out if we can do all. Where what we're doing here is basically we're just going to duplicate across all the rest as we go along. So let's mainly focus on these here. Let's jump back to the top over here, and I click on this module settings. Now at this module settings, I want to go advanced, and I want to go to, oh, sorry. Before we get there, let's just click here on the annual, the yearly one, the $9.90 price, go advanced, and we want to take visibility and set this to disable. Okay, and we'll do the same with the term. So advanced, visibility, desktop, we want to make it so that it's not visible when the person loads the web page. All right, so once that is done, let's go back to the monthly over here. So when the person clicks on monthly, we want them to be able to see the monthly price and the monthly terms. So let's go advanced. We go interactions. We want to add an interaction. So unclick. We want to show private price. Monthly price. Okay, so we want to show the element and we want to target the private monthly price. There we go. And we save. Then we also want to show the monthly term. So we click again. Sure. So the admin label here, you don't have to do, right? This is purely for you so that you can identify which one is doing what. So you can put anything in here that you like. I just find that doing it like this, at least when I come in here, I can see a snapshot and I know exactly which one is doing what. So I come in and put it like that. Private monthly terms. Okay, so again on click, I want to show element and I want my terms, monthly terms. There we go. And save. Okay, so now if I click on monthly over here, it's going to show me this 99 and it's going to show me monthly. But also what we needed to do is not only that, we also needed to hide these two. So let's hit add interaction again. So click, we're going to say hide private yearly price. Again, now we're going to select hide element instead of show element. And we're going to target that same module, the yearly price. There we go. And say save. And then for the final one, we're going to hide private yearly terms. So again, we just go hide element, and then we're going to target the module, go down, and we want the yearly terms. And save. Okay, so that should be it. With regards to this one over here, for the monthly, that should be it. Now what we need to do is we need to do the same thing, but in reverse for the yearly one. So if we click on yearly, and we come to advanced, and we want to add the interactions. So let's just run through it again. Add interaction, click, and now what we're going to do is we're going to say show private yearly price. So it's again click, but this time show element, and the difference is this time we are showing the yearly price. So again, how you name this is entirely up to you. And we're going to show private yearly terms. So again, we want to show element. Which element? We want the yearly terms, and save. And then we will now need to hide the monthly. So we go hide private monthly price. So hide element, which element we want to hide is the monthly price. Save. And the last one is hide private monthly terms. And so again, we select hide element, and target module is monthly terms. Save. Okay, so in theory, that should be it. Let's see what that does. Hit save draft. And then let's preview it. Okay, so this one, if we click on it, there it goes, down to the day passes. Right, so he's working exactly how we want it. Now we can see here is $99. We see the yearly one is nicely hidden. So what happens now if we do click on the yearly? There we go. It's displaying as it should. We go back to monthly, and we got monthly coming back. Okay, so everything is working as it should. So that's quite cool. I quite like that. All right, so now if you want to go and you want to carry this all across. You basically just need to duplicate what we've done for the next ones. So I'll do one more just so that you can see and be sure as you go on, you know exactly how. So you duplicate the two elements, all right? There's one we can change the price to 1,900. We give it an admin label of office yearly price. Okay, come back to this one. This one is office monthly price. Okay, monthly over here, give that the label office monthly terms. You might be asking, why do I give it office here in the start? It's basically that when I add in the interaction, I want all of these to sort of be grouped together, and it looks like it groups also like by alphabetical and all of that. So I just want them to stay together so I don't have to go look for each one each time. And the last one here, yearly office yearly terms. Okay, that's done. Go to advanced. Remember, we need to set this to visibility off for that one and visibility off for this one. Okay. I mean, you'd also technically put it off for each one of these, but I'm working on a desktop, so that's why I'm just selecting desktop here. All right, let's go in. Now, what we need to do is the same. We're going to add in interactions again. So interactions over here. So here they have the show private price. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate that. Okay. And then I'm going to duplicate the terms. And then I'm going to duplicate the hide and the other hide. And then we're going to just go and edit these. All right. So instead of private, we're going to have office. And just delete that. It's going to show element, and the text of the price is not going to be the private one, but it's going to be the office monthly price. Okay, and save that. The next one in. It's going to be office. Take that out. And then this is going to be the office terms. Okay, and then we're going to jump into what we need to hide this time around. So we want to hide the office yearly price. And so we just come in there and we just select yearly price, save. And then the final one, we also want to hide the office yearly terms. And so we just select that one. Okay, and save. All right, so in theory, that one should be done. All right, and let's go to yearly over here. Go to interactions. And again, what we're doing is we're just going to duplicate each one of them. And then we jump in, and it's going to be office yearly price. Save that, jump into the next one. Office terms. Make sure we select that. And then we want to hide the monthly one. Oh my. Monthly price. We got there in the end. Save. Then the final one. Let's take that out. Put it office and select it over the bottom here. All right, so save draft. We go to the front end of that, refresh the page, and we've got it there. Okay, that's working so far. Hit yearly, and there it's showing the yearly price. You can see obviously the last one's not showing anything because we haven't done anything there. When we come back to monthly, there it shows the monthly price. Go to yearly, monthly, click for daily rates. Whoa, there we go. Okay, so that's how you can quite easily implement some of the interactions that Divi's allowing in their new feature that they've used. I mean, I'm going to play around with a bit more of them because it seems like there's still so much you can do. But I know a lot of us, we've always want to do these where you're offering, like if it's a service that you're offering or whatever it is, it's nice to have this dynamic feature that you can put in where people can click and see the difference in the pricing rather than listing everything out one underneath each other. So I hope this is useful for you and you can see how you can use it in your projects going forward. And as I say, I'll still continue to play around with this. So look out for more tutorials coming on interactions as I as I learn more about it. If you know more about interactions, you can also drop some comments below and we can see how we can learn from each other. Other than that, I hope you also enjoy. If you want to join me on this discovery and journey of Divi, be sure to subscribe in the button below so that you don't miss out on any of the future tutorials. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video.